Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the World of Juice Hoops channel, and welcome back to another special one-off video. I hope you guys are excited for these because they are going to be coming out over the past couple of months, and I'm super excited for them, so I hope you guys are too. If you're going to enjoy, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club, links down below in the description for other channels that I have. But this video you may already know by the title and the thumbnail and all that kind of good stuff. This is going to be a little bit of an experiment about some of my favorite players in the current day NBA. As of right now, when this video drops, some of the players that I enjoy watching the most, and mainly some of the players that I enjoy betting on the most, because I live in Ohio, which as of January 1st became a legal state to bet in. So I have been taking full advantage of that, for good or bad. So I have been betting on a lot of these players that I have on this roster, but these are the top players that I enjoy watching the most in the NBA as of current day when this video is uploaded. So here we go. Here is the roster. Nikola Jokic, I don't know what it is about him. Mainly for him, it's betting. For Jokic. So when the Nuggets are playing, I usually enjoy a nice little parlay with Nikola Jokic and maybe a couple other stats. Maybe getting like, oh, is he going to get over under 30 points or 15 assists or stuff like that. So Jokic is a fun one to watch, mainly for the betting aspect, but just like his play on the court is really, really good too. Jimmy Butler, I mean, I don't really have to say much. Jimmy Butler is one of my favorite players in recent NBA history. And he also plays for my favorite team, the Miami Heat, which is why we are the Miami Heat in this little simulation, because they're my favorite team. So Jimmy Butler, I don't really need an explanation for him. He's a dog. He's the best. And he plays for the Heat, and I love the Heat, and I love Jimmy Butler. So Jimmy Butler's on this list. Domantas Sabonis makes the list. And Sabonis is an interesting one because a couple of years ago, maybe even as early as last season, I didn't really even care about Domantas Sabonis that much. But I don't know what it is. I've been watching more NBA than I have maybe ever in my life this season and starting a little bit last year. And maybe a lot of that's due to legalized sports betting in Ohio. That probably has a lot to do with it. But also, I've just been enjoying the game a little bit more. And one of the players that I've been enjoying watching a lot is Domantas Sabonis. Now, I don't watch a whole lot because a lot of the games that he plays in are not televised in my area. So I don't get to see him a whole lot. But I've seen enough this season from Sabonis to have him on this list. I really enjoy his game. Bam Adebayo, another similar to Jimmy Butler. He does plays for the Heat. I love Bam Adebayo. Maybe the best player on the Heat. Maybe not in 2K because the overalls don't say that, but probably the best player on the Heat, regular season-wise. Obviously, playoff Jimmy is a whole different animal. But Bam fits this list because he's just amazing. I love Bam. DeMar DeRozan, I really started to like DeMar DeRozan last year when he was having another good season, and then following it up this year where he's having a really good year. I think he made the All-Star team this year, so I mean, DeMar is just a weird one because I've always enjoyed his game, but I've always thought he doesn't do anything really like flashy or special or anything, and usually that's what catches my eye because, like I said, I watched the NBA, but I didn't really like get into it before like a year ago or something like that. So, I mean, he doesn't really do anything special, but maybe that's what makes him special because he's just efficient. He's just an animal. He's a monster. He's all of it. He's just a demon. He's great, and he definitely helps the Bulls. They'd be a lot worse than what they already are if DeMar wasn't there. That's for sure. Jalen Brunson has really surprised me this season. I mean, I knew that the Knicks were going to be okay, like they were going to be good because like Julius Randle is pretty decent. But Jalen Brunson, I didn't really know that he was going to become what he's become. Excuse me. And this one's another one like Jokic where I don't watch a lot of Knicks games, but when I do, I watch it because Jalen Brunson's on the court, and I usually have a bet going for Jalen Brunson, whether it's over under points, over under assists, or he's part of a parlay or something like that, or I just have the straight up money line for the Knicks to win. Usually it's because Jalen Brunson. And he's just really stepped up his game, and he's become a really, really solid point guard, and he's fun to watch. Darius Garland's next up, and This one mainly is I just love watching Darius Garland's game. He's so smooth. He's so good. Just an efficient passer, an efficient scorer. I mean, he's the whole package. And playing for the Cavs means that I can watch him a lot more frequently than I can some of these other players. And just every time he's on the court, man, it's a show. He's a really, really good player. And he also helps in the betting aspect of things too. So he makes this list. He's a really, really fun player. One of my favorite players in the NBA currently. Lauri Markkanen, this one's a more new. This is probably the newest one besides you can see Benedict Mathurin down here. Some of these younger guys are a little bit new, but as far as more established guys in the league, Lauri's probably up there as one of the newest guys on this list for my favorite players in the current NBA. I didn't really even care about him until he's had this like resurgence of his career where, yeah, I knew about him from his time in Chicago and his time, where else was he at? He was, let me see his player card. He was in Cleveland last year. That's right. He was in Cleveland last year. Now he's in Utah, and like, I knew of him obviously, but I didn't really think anything special of him. But then this resurgence he's had where he's become such a great player, and he's a 7-foot small forward, like that's crazy. He's such a good player, and he made the All-Star game this year, and he's having a fantastic season. Oops, I didn't mean to skip that. He's become certainly one of my favorite players. That's why he's on this list. But he's had a really, really good resurgence, and I've really been happy for him. DeJounte Murray, he's a special one. DeJounte is a guy where like I've always enjoyed his game, especially in San Antonio, where he just was like a defensive guru, and he would pass the ball and shoot and score and all this kind of stuff, and he would be like the whole package. And then he got to Atlanta, and he just took over. Like, he is a different kind of guy. I mean, he's still good defensively, obviously, but he's just like, he's the total package. He's everything. And he's really fun to watch in those Atlanta Hawks games, and really fun to bet on. And he's having a good year, and he's fun to watch, and I really enjoy him. So that's why he makes this list. Benedict Mathurin, I didn't really follow coming out of college. Didn't really even follow when he got drafted to the Pacers, but then the Pacers went on that really good run at the beginning of the season. He was a main contributor to that, and he's only gotten better. And I'm going to be honest, I haven't really watched much Pacers basketball, but the stuff that I have seen has impressed me, especially with Benedict. So the fact that he makes this list is really amazing because he's having a good rookie season, and he's really fun to watch. I really do like him. Cam Thomas, this is arguably the newest player on this list because he only really emerged after Kyrie got traded, and he dropped those back-to-back 40-plus games, and he's just become such a fun guy to watch, and I really enjoyed watching the games because he's not afraid to shoot. He just shoots the basketball. Like, without Kyrie and Kevin Durant there, who else is he going to give it to? Just give it to Cam and let him shoot. So the games that I've seen since the trade deadline that Cam Thomas has played in have been phenomenal, just because he just chucks up shots with no regard of if it's going to go in or not. He just shoots it, and I respect that. So Cam Thomas makes this list, and I hope that he develops into a star, because I really would like to see that. Malachi Branham makes the list because he's a former Ohio State Buckeye, and I have a bias for Ohio State basketball players and football players, but this is NBA, so basketball players. And he's dropping some good numbers in San Antonio. He's actually getting some play time now since the Spurs are so bad. So I've gotten to see a little bit more of his game, and in the NBA, I knew he was going to be good coming out of college because obviously I watched a lot of the Buckeye games, and he was dominating there too. So I knew he was going to be his game could translate to the NBA. And it's finally showing because he's actually getting more play time, and he's actually dropping some 20-point games and playing really well. So good for him. I'm happy for him, and I'm glad that he makes this list because he's definitely one of my favorite players. Nikola Jovic and Udonis Haslem, for obvious reasons, they both are on the Miami Heat. I enjoy Jovic. Doesn't really do anything great, but the stuff I've seen from him have impressed me a little bit, so I really enjoy him. And he's on this list for potential. I think Jovic could be potentially one of my favorite players. That's why he makes this list. And Haslem, because he's Udonis Haslem. Udonis Haslem is my favorite Miami Heat player of all time. Yes, that's including Dwayne Wade. Udonis Haslem is my favorite Miami Heat player of all time. He's just the guy. He is Miami. He is Miami. He went to Florida. He stays in Miami. He's been in Miami his entire career. He's a stud. He's a brilliant basketball player. He's got a brilliant mind for the game, and he's a champion, and he's just the best. So Udonis Haslem makes this list just because he's Udonis Haslem, and I love him. I would love to meet Udonis Haslem. That'd be amazing. Out of everybody on this list, I would want to meet Udonis, and maybe Jimmy Butler. But that is my list, my roster for my current day favorite players in the NBA today. So let's see. We're going to go 1 year. It's a one and done. Can this team of my current favorite players all put together on one roster, can they win a championship? The game plan, the lineup is as follows. Jalen Brunson, DeJounte, Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, Jokic. That's the starting five. Then off the bench, you've got Sabonis, DeRozan, Garland, Markkanen, and Mathurin, with Cam Thomas getting a little bit of minutes. And then Branham and Jovic don't get any minutes right now, but if we need to adjust, we certainly can. But I think that these are the fair minutes that everybody should be getting. And I think that's an elite roster. I think that's good enough to make the playoffs, certainly, and good enough to win a championship. So let's simulate to the end of the season, see who wins all the awards, and find out where our team makes it. The simulation is Raps and Luka Doncic. What do you expect? This is just common knowledge at this point. This is to be expected. Luka Doncic, triple-double MVP season. No surprises. That's what everybody expected. That's the betting favorite. Rookie of the Year is Walker Kessler. Okay, good for him. Good for Walker. Average a 14-point double-double to win Rookie of the Year. Malcolm Brogdon gets the Sixth Man of the Year. One of the best six men in the league. Obviously the best because he won the award. Defense Player of the Year goes to Giannis. No surprises. Alperen Sengun, not six man, most improved. And there we are, the best team in the NBA. Coach of the Year, 58 wins. Eric Spoelstra does it. And I'm guessing this is the Celtics at 57-25 because I think Jacob Park is the GM of the executive for the Celtics in this game. So I think that's the Celtics. I'm not 100% sure. Don't quote me on that. All NBA teams, we don't have anybody here. No surprise. We don't have anybody on the second. Oh, we do. Jokic makes the second team. Third team, we don't have anybody. Ooh, Evan Mobley makes third team. Good for him. All defensive first team, we don't have anybody. Second team, we don't have anybody. Rookie team, we don't have anybody because we didn't have any rookies. So that is the All-NBA teams. We are the first in the East, as you would expect, because we had 58 wins. And here's what the stats look like. Jokic dominated. 19.5 points, 10 rebounds. If we didn't have as many stars as we did, Jokic probably would have averaged probably 27, maybe 30, given the talent around him. If maybe we take away Darius Garland and DeJounte, if we take away those numbers, we probably add those to Jokic. He probably has an MVP season. But Garland had a really good year as well. DeRozan dominated. He was super efficient, shooting 60% from the field. Jimmy Butler had a really good year, as he usually does. DeJounte had a really solid season. Bam dominated defensively as well. Jalen Brunson, good year. Could have been better, but he was a backup, so no surprise why his numbers were down. Sabonis had a really solid season. Who else had a really, really good year? Markkanen had a good year for coming off the bench. If he was a starter, he probably would have had bigger numbers, probably in the DeJounte, Jimmy Butler range is where he would have been. Malachi only played in 5 games, but the games he played okay. Benedict Mathurin played in all the games, but he did not score super efficiently. And then Cam Thomas came in and played okay for what he was given, I guess. He only played 7 minutes a game, so it's not like he got a ton of reps out there. But the guys that we needed to play well, played well. So that's what you expect. And now we simulate the play-in. We take on the Toronto Raptors in this 1 year, all-or-nothing season. Fred VanVleet, OG Anunoby, Scotty Barnes, Pascal, and Jakob Poeltl. So we go up against DeMar DeRozan's former team. Can we sweep them in the first round? No, we can't, but we do beat them 4-1. And now we take on Giannis and the Bucks. I think we can handle Giannis and the Bucks because they don't really have a lot. I mean, they got Drew Holiday, Chris Middleton also as like role players, but we've got just the better team overall. So I think the better team overall will be able to handle it, and we do. We get out of there 4-1, and we take on the Boston Celtics in the finals, the Eastern Conference Finals. Marcus Smart, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Al Horford, Robert Williams. We've obviously got the better front court. We've got the better back court. We've got the better small forward. No, we don't. Jimmy Butler is not as good as Jason Tatum, but overall, we've got the better team because we've got a deeper bench. So I think we should be able to get through the Celtics. Ooh, 3-2 series, and it is going to be 4-3. Who won the... I skipped it too fast, but it's going to be 4-3. We win in 7 against the Celtics, and we take on the Los Angeles Lakers, who have Schroeder, Russell, James, Vanderbilt, and Davis. This Lakers team made the finals. I guess that's a sign for the real-life season. They made those trades to get D'Angelo Russell and Jared Vanderbilt. Maybe that'll help them. That's enough to get the Lakers to the finals. That's what 2K thinks, at least. I'm obviously LeBron and Anthony Davis are carrying this team, but this is a rematch of the 2020 bubble. Will we get revenge on the Los Angeles Lakers? They take game 1. They take game 2. They take game 3. How is this happening? What is going on? Hold on. No. We move this down to a 7-man rotation. I don't know what is happening. Get Jokic the ball. Get Darius Garland the ball. How are we losing these games? I have no earthly idea on how we're down 3-0 in the finals to the Los Angeles Lakers, who have LeBron and Anthony Davis. We have a much better team, and we are losing. It's late fourth quarter. It is close. It is really close. We finally started to extend our lead, and it looks like we're going to be able to hold on and not get swept. Okay, thank God that we don't get swept in the finals. That would just be embarrassing. That would just be embarrassing. Now we're asserting our dominance. There we go. Assert the dominance. Blow out the Los Angeles Lakers, but we're not blowing them out. It is very close. It's back and forth. Come on, Miami. Come on. Don't disappoint me like this. There we go. That's what I want to see. Yes, we shut them down. Thank you. Thank you. And now we go into Game 6. Back in Staples Center. Actually, it's Crypto.com's arena or whatever it's called now. And we go into the fourth quarter, and we are up by 2. This game is getting out of control. Why is this such a competitive series? I wouldn't think that with the team that we have and the team that they have, it would be such a competitive series, but we just squeak by, and we go to a Game 7. Wow. What a way to end the video right here in a Game 7. Jokic dropped a triple-double, I think is what they said there. Yeah, 16, 10, and 10. But we are ready to go, man. We are... Game 7. NBA Finals. Heat. Lakers. Come on, Miami. Get another championship for South Beach. And it looks like we're going to... Oh, yeah. It looks like we are going to do it. Thank God. I really did not want to lose the championship. About a minute to go, 52 seconds, 46 seconds, 21 seconds. Let's jump in and celebrate with the boys and get a championship trophy celebration, a little Larry O.B. celebration. LeBron gonna get the inbound probably. DeJounte's guarding him. That's a little strange, but whatever. There's LeBron. Oh, LeBron's got some moves. He's got some stickiness. Is he just gonna hold the ball for the entire clock? It looks like that's what he is gonna do. He's got to pick up his dribble, so if he's gonna shoot it now. They give it to Anthony Davis. Step back at the buzzer. No good. Miami gets another ring, and my favorite players in current day NBA take home a championship. But it was not without controversy, and it was not without struggle or adversity. Because we went to 7 games with the Celtics in the Eastern Conference Finals, and we went to 7 games with the Lakers in the finals. So these boys had to play their hearts out just to get to this point. We did it. NBA champions. You love to see it. On our home court as well. In South Beach. Beating LeBron, who brought 2 titles to South Beach. Jokic standing on the announcer's desk, or the desk for like checking in when you're coming into a game. Jalen Brunson gets a ring. Cam Thomas gets a ring. Jimmy Butler finally gets a ring after he probably deserved one in the bubble. Bam Adebayo's excited. Eric Spoelstra's just standing there stone cold. Who's going to get Finals MVP? Probably Jokic, I would assume. Probably going to be Jokic. But look at the boys standing up there on the podium. You love to see it. Spoelstra gets another championship. Yes, sir. You got Jante, Darius Garland, Bam, Jimmy, and Jokic up on the stage there. Spoelstra holds up the Larry O.B. Who's going to get Finals MVP? It is Jokic who will hand off, or who will raise up the Finals MVP, the Bill Russell Finals MVP. Haslam makes it up to the stage now to congratulate Jokic. I figured it was going to be him. I mean, he averaged a triple-double in the game 6, so I figured it was going to be him. And he averaged, oh my God, sweet baby Jesus. Nikola Jokic in 38 minutes, 28, 21, and 15 on 11 for 23 shooting. Sweet Mother Mary. Wow, that's crazy. Darius had 26, 4, and 8. DeJounte had 19, 5, and 3. Jimmy had 19 and 7. DeRozan had 12. Bam had 11, 5, and 5. Sabonis had 4, and that's everybody that played. But, I mean, Jokic did everything he needed to do. No wonder he won Finals MVP. I mean, back-to-back games with triple-doubles, I would give it to him too. And the Miami Heat are NBA champions. A new playoff record. Jokic with 21 rebounds. Jokic wins Finals MVP, and that is going to be the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Just a little one-off video of me mainly showing you guys who some of my favorite players in current day NBA are at this point in the season. And I thought, you know what? We could put that into a video and see if they can win a championship. And they did. It took them a little bit. It took them some adversity. It took them some challenges. But they got past the Celtics. They got past the Lakers, two historic franchises, and hold up the Larry O'Brien trophy and win a championship. So that makes me happy. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave it a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. Links are down below in the description for links to other channels that I have if you want to go check those out. And as always, if you want to leave any suggestions for videos like this, little one-off videos that you may want to see me do, leave them down below in the comments, and I may one day put them into a video. You never know. But other than that, thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I really do appreciate it, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.